Jacksonville, Florida. Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before or what might happen after. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida's offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. Defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Gators line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. He's been a story all season long, just continues to impress. The question remains, of all the catches he's made, can he reel in the Heisman Trophy, Jesse?
Well, the games are only going to get bigger because of his success in the first half of the year. His team is winning a lot of games. It's about championships, but this guy has an opportunity to win the Heisman Trophy. He's a big part of his team's success, David.
No doubt, and the whole field's slanted towards stopping him. But he's been that good through the first part of the season.
Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Slips through the line. Touchdown Bulldogs! Special teams proving to be special.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer. Getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Gators will line up to punt it away.
Fourth down.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going. There he goes! At the 30. Inside the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch down the right side. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. The last 2 plays have not gone as scripted. It's 3rd and 19. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He finds a soft spot in the middle. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never about.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a first quarter they've already put together, up 21-3 and going for more. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all.
Breaks into the open. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Unloads quickly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up for it.
The Dogs will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Larson. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in.
And on that out route 3rd down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up 4th and short.
Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back back, and here comes the offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
They boot it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Bush. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Soft spot in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Larson. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, you know the offense is going to come out trying to get this guy the football, right? He's their best receiver. He's their best receiving target. Great job on defense knocking that one away.
They'll run play action. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Reads it, fires complete. Bust through behind his pad. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art and talent on the throw.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Gives it on the option. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Gators send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The RPO, it's complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Georgia going up tempo.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Let's go, let's go.
Back to pass, it's Larson. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Trying to find the end zone. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Georgia! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Oh, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him! And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll return it from the 50. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Larson. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Defense in press coverage. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Hands it off on the counter. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Gators and Bulldogs. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they...
Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly that they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Pulls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. trying to change now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. There he goes. Inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the team.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him in the 29.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got room on the return.
And coaches and players, a lot of times, they call it instincts. But it's just a knack. It's just a feel. It's something that's inside of you. And this guy consistently feels where the ball's going. That's interception number 8 on the season.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Looking for a man. It's Larson. Makes the grab on the left. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. The Bulldogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that are just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Fires to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Taking it the other way.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point,
and he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Holding on the defense is just a gift to the offense with the automatic first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Man, this guy's shown you the whole game, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal...
Turning it on! And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He has been surgical. Precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number. And here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbound.
Throws toward the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got his man on the right. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Larson. Takes a hit as he fires. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On target over the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Motion from the back. He wants to throw it again. This one's complete. Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Quick release by the QB. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I'll tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense trying to change it up a little bit, maybe trying to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
To the air, it's Larson. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Dogs! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got his man. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. To the air on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Gators will call on their punt team. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Larson. Got him downfield. Wide open spaces. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
This time he's got it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll move the wide receiver. He breaks a tackle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Their pass not Moses. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Dropping back, it's Larson. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48. And this offense is rolling. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another